Good morning. It is about 7:15 and it's barely light out. It's been quite breezy through the night. A little bit of sprinkles. There was something walking around the tent several times last night. I know it wasn't a bear. I know the bear sound when they're around. So it could have been like a bobcat or a fox or something about that size. I guess a raccoon even. It kind of bumped the tent at one point. It was like some sticks were crackling hundreds of feet. Didn't mess with me or mess with my bear can or anything like that. I was curious what it is though. I didn't get out and look. But it was a decent night of sleep. It was slanted a little bit, so my blood was rushing to my brain a little bit. Have a headache this morning, but that'll be fine once I get walking here. Took some Excedrin already. Pretty dark and cloudy again, so probably be a little bit dreary on the walk today. Not a whole lot of miles left. I got about 10, I think, to where I'm getting picked up. That's not very much, so I might go down a side trail and do some more miles. I mean, I'm not planning on doing a full day anyway, but 10 is just not enough. I did 12 yesterday, and that was starting at noon. And still done too early. I'm used to doing too many miles. I mean, I'm not trying to rush and do 20, 25 miles. I'm not trying to do that at all. I'm out here enjoying just being in nature and getting the body moving. I'm not trying to get anywhere at any specific time. Anyway, gonna eat some donuts. Breakfast of champions. I don't have any coffee with me though, so that stinks. Just gonna be water and donuts. And then get on the trail and hopefully get some great views today. Let's do it. Pretty mild this morning so far. Have this base layer on because of the breeze. It's a little chilly, but haven't really done any uphill yet. pretty darn warm already. Just very mild night and morning. Don't know if you can see these beautiful colors to my right. More down in the valley there. Start getting more colorful. So last night, something I haven't told you about my backpack. Let's start there. This is most likely my last trip, my last hike with this backpack. It's being retired. It got quite holy after the Appalachian Trail this year. Got scuffed up on the bottom, and then where I put my tent stakes barely holds the tent stakes in there without falling through. So it's time for a new one. This one didn't last as long as the last one. Same one, the Flash 55 of REI, but didn't last as long. So we'll be changing that out before the next through hike, which those announcements will be coming soon. So stay tuned. But I did change out my air pad. For those of you who've been watching the videos this year in the Appalachian Trail, you'll remember that the air pad sprung a leak very early on. It was nothing too bad. I was blowing it up a couple times a night, and then close to Delaware Water Gap, it started leaking out bad. I mean, like very quickly, just going down to nothing. So thought about switching it out when I was at Delaware Water Gap, but the closest REI to where I was quite a ways away, and it would have been a pretty expensive shuttle, and they wouldn't commit over the phone that they would change it out. And I'm like, yeah, that's kind of what your whole business plan is about, is that you can exchange something within a year if you're not happy or if it just doesn't work. Well, mine's both. I'm not happy and it doesn't work. Mainly I'm not happy because it doesn't work. So I just put it off, and for the rest of the through, I just kept blowing it up 3 or 4 times a night as it would go low. Well, I'm happy to say that I exchanged it a couple days ago, within the year. So it's only obviously about 5 months worth of use, but would have exchanged it within the first month if I could have. But obviously I was on trail on a through hike, and I wasn't going to spend $100 in a shuttle to go exchange something for free. So anyway, I got that taken care of. Last night I used it, and I'm telling you, it felt so great. So great to be able to have an air pad that I didn't have to blow up 3 or 4 times during the night. And it's a great air pad. It's a Thermarest Neo something XLT, XRT. I don't know. It's like the longest name of any product I've ever seen. But it works. It's probably one of the best out in the market according to most ratings and reviews of it. And I love it. Don't get me wrong, I love it. I loved it even when it was going out. So I knew that I wanted the same one. I just wanted one that wasn't going to leak out. So if this one leaks out, well, then I now have a problem with that air pad. And I will let everybody know that. But for now, I think it was just a fluke on the other one, because it was the seam that had the leak. It wasn't a puncture or anything like that. So I'm hoping it was just a fluke on that particular individual product. So, item, I should say. So we will see, but for now, it felt great to be on an air pad that didn't leak out all night long. I'll definitely give more information about what gear I'm changing out for the next through hike as time progresses. And I'll probably show you all a video of the gear this year that I used and any changes I would have made or things I wasn't happy with. But overall, I was pretty happy with everything. I'm pretty dialed in on what I want and what I need in my pack. All right, continuing on, about a mile in right now only. And it's mild. I think I'm gonna take this base layer off and enjoy the fog and the autumn leaves. You know, I love the sunshine and I love the views, but I also love the darkness and fog. It's so mystical and fantasy-like. Gives a certain eeriness and darkness to the already beautiful forest. I love it. Don't you wish you were here with me? Look at those beautiful rocks, all wet and dark. Yeah. I need to have a business meeting. The problem with that is, and so I gotta wait a few minutes. Hopefully it flattens out somewhere because I gotta have a business meeting. Look at what I ran into. It's a mountain laurel batch here. And there's a campsite right here. And I stayed here on my through hike this year. I won't forget it because I walked by and I'm like, oh, there's no way I go on past this. Right in the midst of all that beauty. Right off the trail. Trail's right up there. But more importantly, right now, there's a whole bunch of spots back there for a good business meeting. It's time to go get some things done. Yeah. Business meeting is a success. And I had this great idea after I was done, because you have your best ideas when you're in business meetings. Doesn't that just make sense? But I had this great idea that I should have a video for y'all, and for those who maybe just don't know how to or what to do and just don't have the guts to ask, I should record a video how to have a business meeting in the woods. So that's what I did. So yeah, I did a 7-minute video on how to poop in the woods, how to have a business meeting in the forest. You'll have to check that one out. It'll probably be up on the channel here in a day or two after this one. Fortune, tackling topics that we all need to know. Up on this ridge line, nice drop offs on both sides. Little bit of views going through those trees. Right there where the fog is, that's Brasstown Bald, the highest point of Georgia. Can't see it right now, but you can see some of the other things to the sides, but I don't think the camera's gonna really pick that up because it is quite hazy even where it's not foggy because of the humidity. But up here on this ridge line right now, going towards the last climb of the day, which is Blue Mountain. Blue Mountain going to give me the blues because there's no views up on top of the blues. Oh my goodness, I'm crazy. Still haven't seen any hikers today, just the people that were at the shelter. They were sitting around eating breakfast. I probably won't see them again. I'm not seeing anybody else again. So, not many people hiking in Georgia, y'all. I'd get out here and take advantage if I were you, because it is gorgeous. Unfortunately, up high here, little bit late for the peak season up top. Down below, the leaves haven't all fallen yet. Up here, most of them have. But goodness gracious, does that look awesome. Gotta love that fog. And it's rolling through pretty quick right now, trying to clear out. You can see the blue skies right there. Absolutely gorgeous. And just like that, it's clearing out already. Still up quite high again, close to 4,000 again. Beautiful views here with those colors and the foggy mountains in the distance. Unfortunately, most of the trees don't have their leaves anymore, so it's not as colorful as I would like it to be up this high, but this trail has me sweating right now. Like I said, this is my favorite section of Georgia. basically up to the North Carolina line, but especially up to Unicoi Gap, where I'll be stopping today, which will be 7 summits in about 21, 22 miles, something like that. Not a whole lot of miles for 2 days, but it's not really 2 days because I'm actually going to be stopping today about the same time I started yesterday. So literally a day, 24 hours. And I've obviously been walking a little slower and taking it in a little more because I'm not in a rush. I'm not through hiking. I don't need to be anywhere at any certain point. But this little section of trail here, I kind of forget about, even though I know that it's here. I've done it 2 years in a row, obviously the AT. So this section obviously has been done twice in a row, 2 years in a row. Oh, look how beautiful this is down there. Gorgeous. But I forgot that it's like real rocky and ups and downs, so you can't get moving too fast. They're not rocks like, Pennsylvania and north, like New Hampshire, Maine and all that, but they're rocks nonetheless, and they're a little slick right now because it's humid out and it's been, raining a little bit the last couple of days, off and on drizzling. But the big problem is that right there. Leaves. There's my pants again, matching the leaves. I didn't do that intentionally. You all know me, I wear these yellow pants all the time on the thru hike when I'm not wearing my shorts. But anyway, I digress. Quite rocky, and those leaves hide the rocks. You don't always know where they are. Sometimes you stub your toes, sometimes you trip on it, sometimes they move on you, sometimes you just slip. But you keep on moving. So it's one reason I really love this section. Got to fix my sunglasses on my head here. Slipping down from the sweat. But that's one reason I love this section, because it's a lot of different types of things are happening in this 20-mile section. A lot of summits, a lot of beauty, a lot of views, a lot of ups, a lot of downs, and then you got some rocks and you got some really nice trail too. So it's fun having the different types of terrain and obviously the different types of weather over the last 24 hours. Getting close to the summit of Blue Mountain. And then it'll be descending down to Unicoi Gap. And I'll be done with this 2-dayer, which is really a 1-dayer, split into 2-dayers. So continuing on with the beautiful trail. Standing on the summit of Blue Mountain. Again, it's a view standing on the summit of Blue Mountain. Nice and breezy, cold wind, a little chilly up here. Nice grinding climb. Viewless summit, unless you count all the beautiful trees. I was wrong though. It was not 7 summits over the last 24 hours, but this is the 8th summit. So 8 summits in the bag in the last 24 hours, which is fitting because that's my favorite number. And Blue Mountain, the 8th summit of the last 24 hours, is in the bag. And now it's time to descend. Hopefully it gets even more colorful as I go down. I'll be going down about 1,100 feet to Unicoi Gap. This is the office for right now, just up on the ridge line, coming down from the summit. I was here earlier this year on my through hike, would have been early February. One of their first few customers, or hikers I should say, but you can see a nice little common area here. Down here is the hostel itself. Here's the another common area, some bunks, more bunks, a little fireplace, some more bunks. And coming through here, somewhere's a light. There's a light. There's some more bunks. Oh, let's see what's in here. That would be a restroom. That is not a restroom. It might have been like a hiker closet or something. But then you come in here, got a sink, one of the showers, another restroom, and a closet of some sort. This is for them. Alrighty, really nice place. Scale, in case you want to know how much you weigh. See if you've lost any weight in your first 50 miles of your through hike. Common area. Plenty of room out here to just hang out when there's crowds and everything. There's another building back there which has the big emblem on it for the green dragon emblem. To go over there real quick and show you that. There's a scale so you can weigh your backpack. Look at that. Fortune favors the brave. You gotta love it. Alrighty. Outdoor right there. The green dragon. All the hikers over here left, see your sign. That's the Green Dragon Hostel. Bill and Donna are great people. I would definitely come out here, check it out if you're in the area, which you should be in the area soon because you should be out here hiking in Georgia. It is right next to a road. A little bit busy right now, but it's not too bad. So come check them out. Bill and Donna are great people. Have a nice little establishment here. It's been tweaked a little bit since when I was here earlier in the year. Obviously, they've learned some things from different hikers, different people in that industry, and they're waiting for you, so come see them. All right, I'm on my way to Hiawassee to eat some food. Yeah.